Okay, question 22 then. So a local council is planning to build a new swimming pool. The councillors want to get the views from local people. Councillor Smith suggests taking a sample from the people who attend the local sports centre. Explain why this would not be a good sample. So, right, so we're going to build a new swimming pool. Should we ask people coming out of the sports centre if they want a new swimming pool? Well, obviously these people are probably going to be quite sporty, so I would imagine they're going to say yes. So it's called a biased sample. This is a biased sample. We could say that people coming out from a local sports centre sports centre are probably going to want a swimming pool. Okay, so if we ask people coming out of sports centre, they're probably going to want a new swimming pool because they're already quite sporty people. So it's going to be a biased sample. We need to ask some people like in town or something like that, like just a random sample of people. So the next question here, Councillor Singh suggests taking a random sample, a simple random sample of 100 people. Describe how the council could take a simple random sample. So obviously coming out of a sports centre, we're not going to stand at an exit to a sports centre and ask 100 people. Probably the best way, I mean, we could ask people like in town. We could say the first 100 people in town, maybe just in the town centre. Do you want a swimming pool? We could ask them. So we could say that first 100 people we meet in town centre. Or you could do it like outside a shop. You could say the first 100 people walking out of Morrison's, would you like a new swimming pool? As long as it isn't a biased sample, that's going to be good. So any kind of explanation like that's good. You could ask the first 100 people. You could just knock on doors. The first 100 people that you knock on doors for, you could ask. Okay, so the council decide to use a questionnaire to find out how often people would use the swimming pool. Design a question the council could use on their questionnaire. So there's a few things we've got to make sure we always do when we write questionnaires. So how often, let's highlight that bit, how often people use the swimming pool. So let's ask that then. How often would you use the swimming pool? Now with questionnaires, we always need to make sure there's a time period. So you wouldn't ask that to someone, would you? Because you wouldn't know the amount of time. How often do you use it? Well, per week, per day, per month. So you could say, how often would you use it? A month, maybe. I mean, anything's right for this. You could say a year, a week, it doesn't really matter. So how often would you use it a month? That's a good question there. Now we need to have some answer boxes that we can tick. So you could have first box, never, if you're never going to go. Then you could have the next box. You could have one to 2 times. Have the next box. You could have 3 to 4 times. Next box could be 5 to 6 times. Then you can have the next box 7 or more. Okay, just be careful when you have them. The only things that people make mistakes on is they have like 2 in 2 boxes or something. They could have 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and then people wouldn't know what to pick when they have 2. So just need always to have the time period, have your boxes, have a never, because sometimes people forget never as well, and then have the more as well, just so everyone can always pick something, no matter if you're never going to use it. If you're going to use it a million times a month, it doesn't matter. You've always got a box you can pick.